Are ya ready, kids? Because I'm not. It's time to do one of the most difficult countdown lists. One of the most difficult videos that I've ever had to make. The top 20 worst opening themes. Now, I usually love cartoon intros. They can be really fun to listen to, even on their own, and they can get you really excited for a show. When it's done well, hell, I'll listen to it while making other reviews. And some of my favorite pieces of music of all time are intros to television shows. They can be brilliant songs, all in the space of a minute or two. Then there are those themes. The themes that make you revile the shows that they're from. In my travels across the spectrum of animation, I've come across some truly awful, awful theme songs. Some of them will be on this list, and some of them, even ones that I complain incessantly about, got shut out by some new faces. The true essence of musical horror. The rules this time around are a bit different from my top 20 best themes. This time, my themes must come from the American version of the television show. I mean, I tried to include this from all over the world, but... No. This does mean, however, that I can put English dubs of foreign shows on this list.
Here's how the story goes. We find out by the treasure in the grand line. There's no doubt. The pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing. I'll be king of the pirates. I'm gonna be king. Also, keep in mind that just because the theme song is bad, doesn't mean that the show is bad. Some shows that I really love don't have the best themes, like Star vs. the Forces of Evil, for instance. Okay, enough messing around. We're about to count down the top 20 worst cartoon theme songs of all time in America.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
Having a hard time figuring out what to put for number 20. I honestly had a lot of choices, and we'll talk about them in the end when I go over honorable mentions. But with a lot of competition, the intro would have to make a damn good argument on why it deserved to be on this list. Yeah, you can tell this is going to be a fun list when Mr. Pickles is only at number 20. I'll tell you the truth. Metal is my least favorite genre of music. However, I have a feeling that if I was actually a fan of metal, this would be so much higher on this list. This is the blandest, most generic fucking metal music that I've ever heard. Just reeking of pandering, trying to desperately get at an audience. It matches the show all too well, though, trying way too fucking hard to be something it has absolutely no knowledge about. Why the fuck are the lyrics below the music track? Isn't metal about primal rage and shouting? And then there's this. Could you honestly make that shout any more ear-grating? That line right there. That is why this is on the list. That is the most ear-grating soundbite that I've ever heard. Honestly, there's not much else to say about this generic piece of crap.
There you are. Good boy.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
You ever get one of those shows that you come across and it makes you ask the question, why the hell haven't I reviewed this yet?
We are the Martians, the fun ugly Martians. We are the Martians, the fun ugly Martians.
It has butt in the title. Nickelodeon, right? Yeah, Nickelodeon. Oh, and they had a toy line by Hasbro, A Marriage Made in Heaven. So, they start the song by chanting this. I have no idea what that stands for. Okay, I have been informed that apparently it stands for butt-kicking mode. I love how they sing it like they expect literally everyone to understand exactly what they mean, even if you've never seen the show before. Honestly, if I didn't know any better, I think that the show was so incompetent that it misspelled its abbreviation. Considering it's a show called Butt Ugly Martians, That's not out of the realm of plausibility. Then again, the temptation to keep singing B-U-M, or bum, probably single-handedly shoots down that theory. But whose idea was it to keep singing during the theme song? The thing that is supposed to introduce your show to new viewers, something that new viewers couldn't possibly understand unless they had the patience to look into it. You know those things burst into fire, right? Well, at least that kind of makes me want to watch the show.
I just wanna fill my girth.
Oh, so at least one of these characters is nothing but a carbon copy archetype that plagued the 2000s. One of the biggest problems with the theme song is how badly it just drones on and on. They are the Martians, the butt-ugly Martians. They are the Martians, the butt-ugly Martians. Which is not something you should be advertising, by the way.
You will see how tough we are.
You know what, fuckers? Try me. Okay, I understand. There is no need for an altercation. I'll be on my way. Shit, I'm getting out of here.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
Well, this is a theme song that can go die in hell. Honestly, if there's anything about this theme song that surprises me, it's how low it actually is on the list. Everything that this theme song does just annoys me. First of all, it's one of those theme songs that shouts its name over and over again and expects you to get whatever it's about. Which is my least favorite genre of theme song, by the way. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing quite a few of them on this list. I mean, this song even ends like this.
Yay, me!
No, not yay you. Fuck you! I hate that this theme song goes on for a solid fucking minute, with a tropical beat that gets repetitive and really old very quickly. I hate its usage of terrible space music. And we've got random people angrily shouting at Fred. It goes through so many random genres that there's absolutely no cohesion, and it gathers up in a 10 theme song pile-up. But all of that is secondary to what puts it squarely on this list. This is why it's on the list. Beatbox belching. That's it. I fucking quit. Just hit me with the next one.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
You're going to notice that most of the songs on this list are here due to their music. Or at the very least, music is a major part of it. I mean, if a song sounds good, I could stomach some pretty bland, insipid, or just plain stupid lyrics. However, I do have a limit of good-sounding songs with terrible, terrible lyrics. And Brace Face is that limit. While I don't think it has the worst lyrics ever, that's for a later candidate, it certainly has some of the most stupid lyrics. A theme song is supposed to tell you what the show is about. You know, get a feel with it. It's kind of like an advertisement for the show. What does Brace Face tell us? It tells us that this show stars the most stereotypical teenager ever, and that this show is probably going to be blander than plain bread. I mean, I haven't watched the show before. I have no idea what it's really about. Judging from the animation, the show is about a high school girl with super magnetic powers. I can imagine the lyricist trying to write the theme songs to other show. Ducks! There's some adventure! Look how cool it is! DuckTales! Woohoo! School bus! Lizards! There's some learning! Post-traumatic stress disorder! Ghosts and shit! Can I have my paycheck now? The lyrics are the primary reason that this theme song is on the list, but the singing isn't the best either.
Something tells me I've been dreaming of someone who was never real.
Fitting imagery because it sounds like the singer just woke up. I mean, you could do a few things before you start singing, like maybe gargle some water. It's good for you. This is the first theme song that comes to mind when I think of something that just makes your show seem so stupid and cliche. And in a genre of a show that is excessively crowded with stupid and cliche shows, I can see why the show had 3 seasons? What the fuck?
Don't wanna talk about it. Teenage. I will get out of there.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
Sharks, swords, yogurt, kicks, fries, smartphones, hot tubs, yeah.
So, this is the first of many, many songs on this list that are trying way too hard to appeal to kids.
Pickle and peanut. Pickle and peanut. Pickle and peanut.
I've already torn apart this theme song in my review of the Pickle and Peanut episode, but some of this stuff bears repeating.
Tight pants, widescreens, tacos, wheelies, freestyles, thrift stores, mini trampolines.
This song is like the minimum possible to technically be declared a song. The lyrics are nothing more than a kindergartner's shopping list, and the writer trying desperately to appeal to kids. And failing massively, by the way. I mean, where does anyone get the idea that even half of this stuff is cool?
Sweetie, can you help me understand what is hip with the cool crowd at your school?
Ew, Dad, go away! I'm trying to Snapchat my bae. We're going to the super lit party tonight, and we gotta coordinate our gauges so my selfies look good.
Snapchat, bae, lit, selfies? I think you're onto something.
Pickle and peanut.
Pick, 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 pick.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
The pack is back. Goes chomping at his feet. Pack's our hero. Pack just can't be beat. Yeah.
You ever come across one of those theme songs that basically tries to act as the main character's posse? It tries to be hip and edgy and make the character seem cooler than he really is? Yeah, as you might be able to tell, there are going to be a lot of those songs on this list. A lot of people asked me about this show when it began, but I never gave my opinion because it didn't seem to appeal to me. Cartoons based on video games have a bad track record. I mean, there's definitely plenty of potential with Pac-Man, not from the original arcade game, but the extra stories and characters from games like Pac-Man World. But even with that in mind, the theme song was enough to keep me away.
Pack is back. Goes chomping at his feet. Pack's our hero. Pack just can't.
The pack is back is not a good rhyme or phrase. Stop saying it over and over again. No one should say that. It doesn't sound cool. It sounds like you're trying to raise a demon from the grave.
Pack is back. Goes chomping at his feet. Pack.
Ghost chomping at his feet. I know you need something to rhyme with beat, but Pac-Man's feet have nothing to do with his ability to eat ghosts. I know it's a saying like, the opportunity is at his feet, but it still doesn't make much sense. This theme song tells me nothing about Pac-Man, but worst of all, it just sounds fucking horrible. The singer seems to be straining his voice to say the same repetitive shit over and over again. The rap breakdown is the only part of the song that doesn't hurt my ears. And that's really sad. Not the fact, the rap breakdown. The rap breakdown is horribly, horribly sad. The fact that the song even has a rap breakdown is horribly sad. I thought we agreed to stop doing that in the early 2000s. It has the opposite effect of what you're looking for. It makes you look lame, and not at all with it, if you catch my drift. I mean, the song starts out nicely, with the actual Pac-Man theme, but there's literally no transition between that and whatever you'd call this song. It's like, you remember how great Pac-Man was? Now look at it. Look at what we've done to it. We're still relevant. Fuck you.
Pack's our hero. Pack just can't be beat.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
I have 3 words. The pack is back.
The pack is back. Goes chomping at his feet.
No. Not that one. The other Pac-Man theme song. The one from the 1980s cartoon.
Pac-Man. That's me. Pac-Man.
Okay, so the music for this one sounds like a chainsaw went off in an arcade. Then it gets into this stupid off-key ditty. Then this guy starts, I have no idea what you'd call it.
Pac-Man. Pac-Man.
It literally sounds like he's taking a shit. Guess how many times he says it? He says it twice. And then he, like, gives up. I guess he got the shit out. There's barely anything here, and what's left is just horrible. It's the same annoying melody, and it's not even the Pac-Man theme. The Pac-Man cartoon was made during a time when cartoons were going through plenty of hard times. The early 80s still had plenty of the problems of the 70s. And yes, the show was also made by Hanna-Barbera, but that's not an excuse to have a terrible theme song. Hanna-Barbera gave us the Scooby-Doo theme.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
The Flintstones, the Jetsons. Even bad cartoons like Frady Cat don't have horrible themes.
When in Rome, you do like the Romans do. You play like the Romans play together. You're all invited, so right this way. You're gonna beat the Roman holidays.
I don't think that I could even properly articulate why this theme song ticks me off like it does. Part of it is just how little there is.
I must have those power pellets! Go find me the power pellet forest!
This is close to nothing. Beyond sounding like a demented circus, worse than nothing. When the music takes a turn, any turn, the transition is grisly and tough. It tells us next to nothing about the show in hand, and expects you to get that it's Pac-Man. So much that they only say it twice. I mean, at least other cartoons like this say the same thing all the way through. You gave up on the second try. Nice.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
I can't even touch this next one. This guy's music, it hits me so hard. Makes me say, oh my lord.
And he couldn't keep up the fight. Right. So Gramps and his granddaughter, they went out on the road.
Yeah, you knew this one was coming. I'm actually surprised with how bad this theme song is. I mean, Hammer has some talent. If you listen to Can't Touch This, it's clear that he has some really good flow. But this theme song, it literally sounds constipated.
His heart was out of sight. So Gramps opened up the bag and took out the magical shoes. He set them on the ground.
Like, this is the first draft and their first take. It feels like the tempo was written in negative numbers. I might have actually spared the song under the factor of being so bad it's good, but that's a charm that wears off way too quickly, unfortunately. You can cut off this intro about 15 seconds in and it'd be totally fine. But no, it goes on to the whole backstory.
How it started a long time ago. The legend of the hammer and how it began to grow.
And it just constantly beats you down. Could you imagine him, like, reading a book like this?
Together they had power. They stood up for what was right.
Oh, that line isn't clumsy at all. So the theme song takes about a minute to explain Hammerman's backstory. The entire backstory. Never mind a first episode of 11 or 22 minutes trying to explain this. No, we're gonna put it in a minute and a half. At the start of every single episode. He gets magical shoes and he's a crime fighter. That's all you need to say. I mean, here's Ben 10.
Here's how it started a long time ago. The legend of the hammer and how it began to grow. He was given magical shoes from a hip-hop Motown dude. Together they had power. They stood up for what was right.
It's a much better opening theme that gets the backstory down in less than half of the time. Less than a quarter of the time.
To find a man they knew could jam who was worthy of the load. They met a guy named Stanley who was dancing every night.
You guys did write more than one draft of this, right? Who am I kidding? It's just a fucking kid show. They'll watch anything. We don't have to try. It's not like literally every celebrity-based show before this one has crashed and burned horribly.
Gramps opened up the bag and took out the magical shoes.
Was that line really necessary? There are several things more important to the story than that little detail. I mean, how about these lines? Gramps had to press the gas pedal to get his car working. He had to turn his key in the ignition. He hit a rest stop along the way because the gas station burritos he had ordered the night before were causing a train wreck in his digestive system. You know, you don't have to make the synopsis of the entire first episode in your theme song, right? That's what the first episode is for. God, this theme song is just so painful. Magic on the mic, my ass.
Hammer man, hammer man, hammer man, oh yeah!
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
There once was a man named Gold Roger, who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams.
The moment that I said I'd be including anime dubs in this list, you knew that it was coming. 4Kids, we meet again. I've talked about this company before in my top 10 worst cartoons of the 2000s list. And besides dubbing anime, they're notable for one thing in particular.
But it's hard to say the word when you're falling in love.
They're fucking horrible theme songs, with the exception of Pokemon Season 1. I don't want to go too deep into this for two reasons. Number one, there are many other videos and people who have done a much better job of analyzing this than I possibly could. Reason number two, this one's a four-way tie.
Teenage turtles surfed in on a wave from the past. It's like the future's a party that these brothers just crashed.
I know it's not an anime, but it's still a 4Kids show, so it counts here. And it's probably the least horrible of them, but it had to go on the list. Honestly, it's actually probably the most tragic theme song on this entire list, because the instrumental version of this song sounds really good. Almost something like you'd find in a Sonic video game. It just ties into the theme of Future City very well. So how did they fuck it up? You guessed it, the lyrics trying too damn hard to be relevant.
Just crashed, don't know when they'll go home, how long their good times will last, but just stick around and see these turtles go.
You know, it just occurred to me that maybe networks don't know this. Rap may be mostly lyrics, but that doesn't mean it's easy for one. And also, you do need some technical singing skills to pull this off. I swear, every single time I hear one of these rap themes, it sounds like they just pulled some random guy from the office into the sound booth. Here's what a rap song and a cartoon theme should sound like.
He was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine designed to view a world unseen. Does it take this flash if he thinks it's shit? His molecules got all rearranged.
Not this.
Kicking button, playing video games, driving everyone nuts, the future's really insane.
Yeah, I get it. Theme songs like these are made by marketing hacks trying to be cool with the youth. And since they're nowhere near dying out, in the next few years I guess we can expect terrible intros to start using badly processed dubstep to be cool with the kids. It's a dark future ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. I originally didn't want to put this song on the list, or at least this high, because of the instrumental version. And to be honest, it probably lowered the 4Kids place a few notches. Although, it's hard to give this song any sympathy when we get lines like this.
It's so not yesterday.
No shit! No fucking shit! Even during the present day, it's still not yesterday! God, these are some of the stupidest theme song lyrics in history.
I didn't count on this before my very first kiss. This isn't the path we choose.
Except for this theme song's lyrics. What the hell is this repetitive dribble?
Team up, are you up for it? Team up, 'cause it's up to us. Team up, 'cause it's not too late. Team up, 'cause it's up to us.
Not even the Friendship is Magic theme talks about friendship and working together this fucking much. I mean, in other ensemble shows, including other magical girl anime, the theme song tends to go into the team members' different personalities, or at the very least their powers. God, at the very least they give a roll call.
Wind, water, hot, go, planet.
The most prominent part of this theme song seems to be this line here.
But it's hard to say the word when you're falling in love.
I highly doubt that there's as much romance in the show as this theme song lets us in on. And on top of that, it's also kind of wrong. Surprisingly enough, especially magical girl anime. Saving the world and falling in love, they kind of go hand in hand. to the point where it's pretty much mandatory. If you're in a piece of media, it's harder not to fall in love when you're saving the world. While writing this review, I've had to listen to each of these songs on loop for like 10 minutes, and my therapy bills definitely show that. But for this song in particular, it gets to the point where you can't really tell where this song ends and where it begins, because it's the same inane bullshit over and over again. Just team up, team up, team up. There are so many better themes about togetherness and even romance that don't rely on being this fucking repetitive. And speaking of repetitive...
Kirby, that's the name you should know. Kirby, he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby's the one.
Hello, my old friend. I have been waiting years to give this theme song a good-ass thrashing. My least favorite genre of theme song is the kind that shouts its name over and over at you and expects you to get whatever it's about because whatever it is so totally fucking awesome. And Kirby right back at ya is the king of that. It's the king, it's the emperor, it's the fucking god. I mean, the song goes on for a full minute and it doesn't even tell you what the hell Kirby's power is. And it's simple when his power is eating. We're supposed to think that he's great because he's Kirby. The only info about who Kirby is we get is this.
He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink.
Too much pink energy is dangerous.
Kirby has maximum pink. First of all, that's nowhere near true. There are at least 5 more levels of pink he could be. That is not maximum pink. And secondly, who the fuck cares what color Kirby is? I mean, in his first American game, he was white, like a ghost. No one is interested in Kirby for the color. And I've got to talk about the singer. Why the hell is he so passionate about this? You know, in a lot of movies where the main character is in a lounge and there's this guy on stage singing jazz or show tunes or something with an army of saxophones and trumpets behind him? Why does the singer of this song sound like that? Why the hell is he so passionate about this? It just paints the most ridiculous picture in my mind. I don't even know what else to say about this. It's Kirby for fucking minutes. Yes, I know, shut up, just get on with the stupid show! I want to watch DDD sound like Yosemite Sam.
I need a monster to claw with that there Kirby.
And now, for the worst 4Kids theme song. You probably guessed it.
Yo!
Don't give it up, Lupe. Don't give it up, Solo.
Was rap seriously this popular with kids in the early 2000s and the 90s? It seems that every tryhard attempting to be hip with the kids tried to make a terrible rap. Why were they so common? I think Danny Phantom and maybe Samurai Jack, if you count that as rap, are the only cartoons that ever pulled off being good while having a rap theme song. Any other show, if it starts off with a rap, it's pretty much principle at this point to ignore it, because it will almost always be terrible. I mean, the theme song starts like this.
There once was a man named Gold Roger, who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
Yeah, I always wanted to hear Brock talk about execution. And 4Kids really thought that this series was for younger kids, so they edited out all the blood and the violence and guns and shit. Really. The worst part is the breakdown roll call.
His name's always just like a samurai and a L-A-D-Y. Nami's not shy. Usopp's doing that marksman thing.
You know what? I take it back. Mew Mew Power is much better off because it doesn't have a roll call.
Doing that marksman thing. Sanji's cooking. Chopper's doctoring.
You know that doctoring means forging or editing documents, right? It is the least exciting crime possible. Here's what they say about Nami. What? 4Kids, that's really the only way you could describe her character. I swear, the only good theme song 4Kids ever did was the Season 1 Pokemon theme. But then again, how could you screw up a Pokemon theme? Where there's a will, there's a way.
And now, the stars of 4Kids will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see?
What the hell is this? It can't be. It looks like us, but it doesn't sound like us, and it's English. Is this what they did with us in America? It can't be. It can't.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
It's all about the challenges. It's a brand new game and a brand new world.
Oh, for the love of God, give the anime pack to 4 kids.
These donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
You gotta play smart. You gotta move faster. Behind every win, there's a chance to begin again.
Pokemon used rap. Needless to say, it wasn't very effective. Pokemon's dignity fainted. Whose idea was this shit? It's horrible. First of all, it's so suspiciously similar to the Digirap from the Digimon movie, which was rightfully derided.
With Digi-Will and Digivice in hand, and the Digi-Dynamic Force and Digiland. When the Digi-Past and Digi-Present collide, time to Digi-Side. It's a brand new game and a brand new world, new rivals. As you fight for survival, nothing can stop you. Diamond and Pearl.
If you're making your theme a rap, unless you're an actual fucking rapper who is writing the theme song himself, then your theme will be horrible. Actually, no, considering Hammerman in the background over there, even if you are a fucking rapper, your rap theme will fail. No more raps and cartoon themes. No more raps and cartoon themes, please. No more raps and cartoon themes. I don't even know what to say about this. I mean, this is doubly insulting, because the original theme song from Season 1 still holds up, like 20 years later.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
You can keep playing that all the way through. The Simpsons does it. This is another theme song that just shouts its name over and over again.
Nothing can stop you. Diamond and Pearl.
But to its credit, it does try to talk about the good aspects of Diamond and Pearl.
Challenges. It's a brand new game and a brand new world, new rivals.
You know, that does sound really impressive. Or it would be if this was the Johto theme. For the love of God, this is the 4th generation. And this theme song states that it has the bare basics required to be a new Pokemon series.
New rivals. As you fight for survival. It's all about the battle. You gotta play smart. You gotta move faster.
Okay, am I watching Pokemon or The Walking Dead? Not with that attitude.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
On the top of his head, eyelids hanging down like he just got out of bed. A bustin' dialect, he's a cat, and I know that.
You know, one of the age-old questions is how to write an energized theme song about a lazy character. The answer is not this. Anything but this. We'll return to Seinfeld after your regularly scheduled terrible theme song. So, what's so bad about this one? I mean, beyond the music being lazier than Garfield himself. Well, the tempo. Just listen to how slow this song is. It goes on for a minute, but by God, it feels like you've just sat through a full 22-minute episode by the time that it's done. And then it gets worse. This theme song has dozens of obnoxious sound effects.
That's me. On the top, down like he just got out of bed. Know that.
All of them are above the singing. I don't get why even the worst theme songs do this. Put the singing under the music track, or have obnoxious sound effects over it. And when you can hear the singing, this is the guy's flow. The singer, he sounds out of breath. It sounds like the beat is outrunning him. Like he's singing on a teleprompter that's just throwing up words too fast for him to keep up. I think we all do, sir. It's kind of what Garfield is known for. And they say it twice like it's the most impressive feature about Garfield. Or the most impressive feature about the singer is that he knows that Garfield is a cat. And at the end, the song just kinda gives up and starts throwing up random lyrics. Considering that this theme song is unique to Season 7 of the show, it makes you wonder why they didn't just stick to the earlier theme songs. It definitely answers the question as to why that this was the last season of the show. We have to move on. If I try listening to this theme song any longer, I'd fall asleep. Good thing our next song is quite the wake-up call.
God.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
Buckle up, duckies, 'cause we got a rocket band, delivering bread, flying crazy 'cause we can.
You knew it. You knew that this one had to make the list.
'Cause we can. Crazy, crazy, crazy 'cause we can.
Get it? It kinda sounds like crazy, but it's not because we made our own slang that not even kids think are cool. Fuck you!
Do a barrel roll, man.
Get it? We made a reference from a video game that's 19 years old when our audience is like 7. Fuck you!
Hit your party, punch it, shake your feathers, make your pants dance.
Get it? We've got asses! Fuck you! This song makes me want to take a badooz. This theme song is actually relatively short, but my god, it beats down on you with how in your face it is. But believe it or not, I don't think the music itself gets enough hate. Whose idea was it to have a fucking xylophone as the dominant instrument? Like, what part of the show does it make you just think, yes, xylophone? At some point, the music just stops. Not to give emphasis to any words like competent people would do, but to some random monsters chomping, because they totally have a lot of relevance to the show. At some point, it sounds like they broke an arcade machine. You know, breadwinners, did you ever think that it might be a good idea to have a cartoon about video games if you want to reference them every 5 seconds? Yeah, I get it, video games are popular, but it's like if you were to, I don't know, referencing the Titanic every 5 seconds. Actually, no, this show has more in common with the Titanic than it does with video games. Fuck you!
Shake your feathers, make your pants dance. Look out, we're gonna crash land.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
I brush against that freckle that I hated, so a light goes on and I heave a little sigh for you.
So, apparently this show is about a Ronin during a period of war, and from the animation itself, it looks like the show is really action-packed. So who's the perfect singer for this theme song?
Be so happy inside my heart. All the memories I have are beautiful in my mind.
A 7-year-old girl, why not? Judging by the music of this theme song, it seems that this show is a slice-of-life schoolgirl romance.
And tonight I thought I'd be just sitting in my sorrow.
And according to the animation, that's the furthest thing from it. This is the most mismatched visuals that I've ever seen. I could combine random theme song animation from other cartoons with random songs from my computer's library, and any of them would fit better. Don't believe me? Just watch.
1 minute I'm in Central Park, then I'm down on the left street.
Hellfire, this fire in my skin, this burning desire.
Open your eyes and take in everything that you see. Look at all the colors, red, yellow, blue, and green. We can take air, flying and fly across the globe. Look down upon the colors, everyone, come on, let's go. Because love, 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 love makes the world go round.
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Don't wanna be an American idiot.
That last one fit way too well to be a coincidence. And it's probably just a coincidence. Also, for some reason, this campy pop singing is on top of a bluegrass theme that starts out really harsh for some reason. Almost like the opening to Street Sharks. Then it goes, surprise, poppy love song.
I brush against that freckle that I hated, so a light goes on and I heave a little sigh for you. It's heavy, the love that I once shared with you.
whoever the hell is singing really can't. It's especially noticeable in the long and high notes. This gets really painful at the end. I don't want to beat down on the lyrics, since it's probably a mistranslation or something, but when you have lines like this, I have to say something. You know, I'd prefer to be happy in reality. And sometimes that involves fast food, which doesn't make me happy inside my heart, believe me. As opposed to being beautiful in reality. Are you misremembering some traumatic event from your past? I mean, the theme song for this action show reminds me of the song I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. Worst dubbing theme of all time. It's an action show with a cutesy singer who can't sing over a harsh bluegrass theme about what sounds like a schoolgirl falling in love. I'm sure that the anime is really good, which in all respects makes this theme song even more tragic.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
My name is Angela, hey hello. Welcome to my very own show.
Speaking of little girls that can't sing a goddamn note, we need a theme song, but we don't have any money, effort, or time to hire an actual singer. Hell, we barely had enough of that to make a show. How about we use the voice actress? Wait, what do you mean you can't sing? Don't worry about it. It doesn't really matter. Talent and skill? Those things are fucking optional. Have you heard the Hammerman theme? Talent and effort wouldn't help you anyway. You know what? I think we could save even more money on this. Hey, does the song need a songwriter? No? Okay, thanks. This song sucks. This song sucks, it sucks, it sucks. Okay, who are they? Oh wait, you're not gonna tell me. So, you're not going to introduce your friends to me, even though you just said you would do so.
My name is Angela, hey hello. Welcome to my very own show.
Okay, but who are you? And why should I care about your show? You see, if we're going to watch your theme show based on who you are, we're going to need some insight into exactly who you are and why we should be watching a show that stars you.
And he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. It was a great big flash of things that changed. His molecules got all rearranged. When he first woke up, he realized he had snow white hair and glowing green eyes. He could walk through walls, disappear, and fly. Gonna get a little weird, gonna get a little wild. I ain't from around here, I'm from another dimension.
My name is Angela, hey hello. Welcome to my very own show.
Not only is it Basic Theme Song 101, it's also basic fucking logic.
Oh no, it's Minnie Pooh.
Okay, so the only character we get any details about is apparently, Okay then, I have no idea what you just said.
Now to today's story, starring me, and not starring Nanette Memoir.
If she's not in the story, then why the hell did you introduce her? Everything about this theme song is some of the most incompetent everything. The singing gets a lot of hate, and while it is some of the worst.
Introduce my friends to you. Oh no, it's Minnie Pooh.
My god, did you record this after a tonsillitis surgery? I really, really hate the lyrics. I don't want to say that this is the worst written theme song of all time, because we've still got 5 songs to go, but it's definitely one of the laziest. Hey, we need a theme song, so let's see what we can put together in 5 minutes. Nothing about this is redeemable in any sense of the word. And god, that high note at the end, it's enough to break glass.
And now to today's story, starring me.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it it goes.
Hey, would you look at that? We got another tie, and hopefully the last one on the list. I can't show you footage from either of these shows, because Nickelodeon has done a good job of scrubbing them from the internet. As much as I'd love to complain, considering what these shows are, that's probably for the best. And at least I have the soundtracks to them.
Here we go, 'cause we're Fat Boy Chum Chum. A little cute, cute Fat Boy Chum Chum. You're amazing, totally crazy. Fat Boy Chum Chum, come on everybody sing.
Shoes like feetsies, you are watching Planet Sheensies.
Okay, it's not called Planet Sheensies.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fanboy and Chum Chum and Planet Sheen. Fanboy and Chum Chum starts with what sounds like a campfire whistle, trying to trick you that you might actually be watching a good show like Camp Laszlo. And then it pounces the surprise on you.
Here we go, 'cause we're Fat Boy Chum Chum. A little cute, cute Fat Boy Chum Chum. You're amazing, totally crazy. Fat Boy Chum Chum, come on everybody sing.
Everything about this theme song is some of the purest crap that you will ever find. It feels like the music is literally punching me. But what I hate, what I absolutely fucking hate, is the singing. Yes, let's sing in the most scratchy voice we possibly can. I could sing better than this, with a cold. Then at the end it delves into this. Yeah, totally makes me want to watch your show. Honestly, you should probably be thankful that I'm not showing you the animation. Trust me, it's just bizarre as fuck. Honestly, if I didn't know any better, I'd blame the entirety of the ADHD epidemic on this show.
Oh, that's nice.
No.
Planet Sheen is, get this, another fucking rap number.
Cows like monkeys, Planet Sheen is oh so funky. Skateboards rock, shoes like feetsies, you are watching Planet Sheensies.
But I don't think I need to criticize this one because Sheen actually does a good job for me.
I get the last part, but the first two lines, you're just off, bro. Okay, it's not called Planet Sheensies.
I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Sheen seem, you know, cool in comparison. He knows that this sucks. But the problem is that they also made Sheen one of the dumbest characters in Nickelodeon history, which is quite the accomplishment, by the way. And if even Sheen knows that this theme song is terrible, well, I think that you fucked up. Other than that, there's the ending, where there's this breakdown that makes no sense at all.
Noodle casserole.
I'm a ratatouille.
Stranded on a planet.
What you gonna do?
Change your name to Larry.
Larry?
I ran out of rhymes, alright?
Goddamn, both of these shows are some of the biggest mistakes just in history.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
You know, I think I can let this one speak for itself. So, terrible theme song. What's number 5 on this list? Yeah, if Kirby Right Back At Ya is the god of themes that just shout whatever the hell it is, expecting you to get what it's about, well, Nutshack is the rest of the fucking pantheon. I have no idea what the fuck a Nutshack is, and I don't think that I want to know. For half of this song, they just drone on this one line. On and on. The theme song never explains what the Nutshack actually is. So I'm going to assume that this is about a snack bar on a beach somewhere that sells all kinds of nutty snacks like peanut butter bars. I mean, we could probably use the animation to help figure out what the hell the Nutshack is. It seems to have an uncomfortable fascination with genitals, so I am going to assume that the Nutshack is a film studio responsible for sleazy, terrible pornographic films. Also, I said that this is shouted for only half of the theme song. No one ever seems to talk about the other half, because, well... Hey! Hey, speak up! I can't hear you over your obnoxious beats. I've listened to this theme song so many times. Like, I doubled down on how many times I listened to this theme song compared to all of the others. And I've never been able to make out all of the lyrics. Except for, you know, this. But, let me try. I have no idea what either of those things mean. Okay then. He wears feel and loves the ladies. What the fuck is feel? Do you mean felt? Does he wear felt? I don't know. One of the most shallow assholes care about that kind of shit. Then again, I'm pretty sure that's the target demographic of the show. What? Okay, that kind of sounds like voodoo chants or some shit. Oh, fuck you! What? Grapes? Okay, so according to Urban Dictionary, grapes is slang for marijuana. Could you, I don't know, fucking care? Honestly though, that probably explains why this song is constantly slurring and is fucking beneath the beat. They just don't care about what the hell they're saying. Let's just move on before this song makes me shake it like a seizure, because it's about to give me a seizure.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
You know, with all these bad themes, I really think we might need to listen to a good theme song. You know, to take a break. There are so many good choices to choose from. Let's see, there's the Powerpuff Girls, that's a good one. DuckTales is great. Ooh, the Arthur theme. That's always fun. Oh, I know. Let's take a look at the Captain Planet theme.
I am Captain Planet. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. He's our powers magnified, and he's fighting on the planet side.
It's a little cheesy, but you gotta admit that it just sounds awesome. Unless, of course, we're talking about the Season 6 theme.
Captain Planet, he's the man, leading the charge, Earth's #1 fan. Check him out, you're gonna see. He's the Mega Mac Daddy of ecology.
What the fuck? No, I'm serious. What the actual fuck? This is a parody, right? Did someone on the internet make this 20 years later? No. It's actually fucking real. Look, the original ending theme to Captain Planet. If I included ending themes on my admirable list, despite the song's corniness, it could have easily made it. What the hell happened?
But when eco villains run amok, blundering and pillaging, yup, Patrick's to level the playing field with a PhD in sustainable yield. But he's not the only hero for Earth. Guy's wisdom gave the Planeteers birth.
I'll tell you what happened. Captain Planet sold out. Do these marketing hacks really think that all you need to do to sell your product is to be rad and hip?
Now you're gonna see he's the Mega Mac Daddy of ecology. Captain the hero with the gumption takes on the overpopulation and consumption.
It sounds absolutely ridiculous. If I had someone like that, do you think that would make me seem appealing? Shit, is this thing gonna go poltergeist on me? If it is, I'm fucking out of here. The rapping is so fucking forced. Like, ow! It literally hurts my brain trying to comprehend how they thought that any of this sounded good to anyone.
Wheeler's the fire, but he's got heart. He's got the power to make water smart. Swampy's rocking with element earth, and Licka uses wind for all she's worth.
And what the hell is with these yellow gremlin lips? They look fucking terrifying.
Mega Mac Daddy of ecology. Captain the hero with the gumption takes on the overpopulation and consumption. Yeah,
I love that they use the wah-wah trumpet for the instrument behind this.
Yeah, he could use a better groomer.
Some people say he's got a bad sense of humor.
Everyone says that. Everyone says that Captain Planet's jokes are just the corniest. And wait, aren't you trying to make him seem great? Yeah, good compliments, buddy.
Go villains, run amok, blundering and pillaging. Yup,
oh, that's a clever rhyme. Your rhythm amazes me.
raise your voice and challenge your peers.
Hey, Jimmy, you want to do a cigarette? No. Some floating yellow lips trying way too hard to be cool told me not to. Aw, fuck, then we gotta listen to him. Actually, no, George, beat him up.
Greenleys and blights trash our planet. It's up to us to say we won't stand it.
Oh great, the dude is slurring now. Okay, the rapping is forced and the singing is fucking awful. But what about the music itself, besides the weird wah-wah trumpet? Listen to this.
But when eco villains run amok, pillaging. Yeah.
I thought that Breadwinners was bizarre for using a xylophone, but this is using a Morse code machine. What the hell? Are you sending me an SOS message? Honestly, that would explain a few things.
Check him out. You're gonna see. He's the Mega Mac Daddy of ecology.
Wait, what?
He's the Mega Mac Daddy of ecology.
You know what? Take your ring back and fuck off!
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
No thanks. I think I'll take the lobotomy instead. It do less damage to my life, my future, and my overall state of well-being. I mean, just listening to this theme song leaves my mouth agape in awe. How does anyone accept a product like this? Never mind an audience, how does a producer or anyone behind the show think that this is a good idea? It's like they intentionally made the theme song as annoying as possible. Who the hell signed off on this? It's just the word flub farted over and over again, with someone screaming in the background while being kicked in the stomach. I've heard more auditorily pleasing fist fights. You only make this kind of theme song when you want your show to fail, and apparently that plan succeeded, as it was very hard for me to find any clips from this show. That's what's up with the watermark. Even the animation that we see is pure unadulterated nonsense. Do you have any of the vaguest idea what the show is about? From the, let's call it music, or, I don't know, the animation? I have no idea. This theme song is a mystery. Like, it's beyond our mortal comprehension. I don't know what to say about this one. I'm sorry. And that was my top 20 worst theme... Wait, what? What do you mean there's 2 more? 2! We found 2 theme songs worse than a power drill going off in someone's throat. Isn't that, like, mathematically impossible? Are you sure we're not gonna make a black hole doing this? I think I could cry.
The audience is now deaf.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
Some theme songs are made, others are shat out. So, this is the bottom of the barrel of try-hard rap themes. Actually, I wouldn't call it a rap because there are like 3 different styles, all sewn together ass to end. The first sentence tries to trick you into thinking that this might be something interesting, cool, or dare I say, watchable. Then we get into the rap. Now, I really went to town on this theme in particular in my review, but this one is so terrible, there's always more to say. First of all, what the fuck did you do to your voice? How the hell do you make your voice sound like this? It legitimately sounds like you shoved a cactus down your throat. Coincidentally, your singing makes me feel like I'm jamming a cactus in my ears. Oh good, you have some self-awareness. Wait, how the fuck does anyone expect you to say any of this stupid shit? The show is called Kung Fu? Sorry, I couldn't finish saying it myself. Call myself heaving because this theme song makes me physically sick. By the way, it's pronounced pterodactyl. It's about as difficult as triceratops. Also, technically pterodactyls are not dinosaurs, so he shouldn't even be in this show. And then at the end we get to this weird, like, space opera. In a kung fu show about dinosaurs. But it's hard to sound epic when you're talking about kung... I'll be right back. I gotta throw up.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes.
I like this show quite a bit, but the Season 1 theme song sounds like someone threw a copy of Jet Set Radio in the washing machine. This theme song is the most blatant plagiarism that I've ever heard. But that being said, Green Day's American Idiot sounds great. And at least this song retains some of the original's qualities. And not to mention, Johnny Test really is a fucking idiot.
You want a puppy to love, a new best friend from above.
Okay, so whenever I hear this song, it makes me think that the singer has like this demented smile that keeps getting bigger and bigger as the song goes on, while people are being mauled by dogs in the background. Is that just me? So, this theme song is basically what happens when you try to fart Beethoven. I've got plenty of problems with the farting, but it still roughly sounds like Beethoven. I was really tempted to put this on the list, but I decided to keep it off because, honestly, its biggest crime is that it's a bluegrass theme for a show they could use rock, metal, rap, fucking anything but bluegrass. Guys, he's fucking RoboCop. RoboCop. It's fucking RoboCop.
And chill for a while, I'm coming at ya like Toon style, so get ready for a funny bone overload. Yo, the little shop posse is gaining respect, so break out before I put you in check.
What are you smoking? I honestly don't think this theme song is too bad. Don't get me wrong, the lyrics are fucking horrible, but the music, it actually sounds awesome, minus the quacking at the end. This theme song is so hilariously pathetic.
I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, yes, on everybody's nerves. I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes. You might remember me saying this in my top 10 worst cartoons of the 2000 list. That's just about the worst theme song I've ever heard in my life. You know what? That hasn't changed. Everything about this song is the worst. The music is the worst. It sounds like it's been thrown in a meat grinder. And I have no idea why the music should suck so horribly, because the song is a blatant ripoff of Offspring's One Fine Day. It's exactly the same, except this one sounds like shit.
I'll steal it! No one will ever know!
You'll notice the singing in the real song doesn't make you want to slice your ears off to stop the pain. I'd say there's no effort in the singing, but oh my fucking god, you've really got to try to sing this bad. I've heard some truly horrible music, but honestly I'd rather listen to Fergie's London Bridge than this shit. It drones on and on, repeating the same lines over and over again. Speaking of that, what are the actual lyrics? We're on the road again with jelly to the end. Learn to enunciate. And again, this is Shaggy and Scooby that we're talking about. So this show is about Shaggy and Scooby-Doo watching cartoons. Riveting. Also, what the fuck is up with the typewriter dance? Is this what I'm doing right now while I type this script? Am I dancing? Is this a legit type of dance? Can I go down to a club and just start randomly typing in midair? No shit. How does anyone eat food for someone else?
Like, you know what this is supposed to mean, man. Like, we eat food, but we don't do it for you.
Like we do eating commissions though, man. Like $50 for a date for you, $100 to film it. It's a weird sexual thing that we're trying to make a profit off, man. But like if we're really successful, we can make it a really good business. Isn't that right, Scoob?
Please, Jackie, I can't handle this anymore.
Oh, shut up, Scoob, and eat your Scooby snack.
No,
Like just open up,
Jackie.
Scooby, and eat your fucking Scooby snack.
And then there's this. Sorry, whoever the fuck sang this, but that goes against the Geneva Convention. So if you do that, I'm going to have you executed for crimes of war. Well, you asked for it. Goodbye, everybody.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Sometimes it's hard to know which way you're supposed to go, but deep inside, you know you're strong. If you follow your heart, you can't be wrong.